What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm just gonna do a short, very short. I'm gonna try to keep it short. 6 month update on the 2007 Gallardo Nera. So we got this car to December 2023. Now it's August 2024. It's about 8 months now, but I'm just gonna consider this a 6 month review. So nothing much has changed, which is kind of like why I haven't made any videos about this car at all, because there's not much to talk about, which is kind of like not good in terms of YouTube, but good if you are a prospective kind of owner. So what else, what has been done? So in December, when I got the car, I did a kind of like a baseline service, because I got this car at 31,000 miles. I did like a 30,000 mile service, which is for my mechanic. What he did was he just changed all the fluids, checked everything. During that same time, this car had a Fab Speed. When I got the car, it had a Fab Speed exhaust, but now it has a Top Speed. It's a Fab Speed stainless exhaust. Now it's a Top Speed Pro 1 titanium, just a catback. They're both catbacks. I didn't mess with the cats because I'm in California. I can't really do anything about that. So now it's before the Fab Speed was not a valved exhaust, but now it's a titanium valved exhaust. So I think I recommend the valved exhaust. It's just better, and it eliminates a lot of check engine lights for this specific vehicle. This specific Gallardo, I think the 2007 or so, has a lot of sensors, and it's very finicky in terms of back pressure readings and things like that. So I would just suggest getting a valved exhaust, and that kind of took care of most things. But I still have intermittent check engine lights that goes on with this car, and that's after the fact, so that's completely different. I think the codes were P1426 and the other one's P0437, which is something to do with the catalytic temperature sensor. I told my mechanic about this. He said it's not a big deal as long as you're not, there's no drivability issues. It drives fine. Drives amazing. It's been driving great. So it's like I said, intermittent, because it goes away like every other drive. So there's just something's throwing it off, and then it's reading good again. So we're gonna diagnose that during the next annual, which is around January, if I still have the car. And what else? I don't have anything else planned for this vehicle, because this car has just been problem free for me. It's kind of a breath of fresh air when you just buy a car and it just works. For the most, it's been working. It was never down. These things, the check engine lights and stuff like that, they're just finicky minor quirks. It's like buying a McLaren. You get some quirks, but in general, has been an amazing vehicle. So let's just get that out of the way. So what's coming up for me for this car is not much. Like I said, it's just more maintenance. Like I said, maybe get newer tires. These tires, I think, are very old. I think their date code is before 2020. So I want to change those to some Pilot 4Ss, Michelin Pilot 4Ss. I want to get a new battery, because I don't know how old that battery is. I always have it on a tender, but it's always in good condition. But I want something lighter. So we did the weight reduction on the back with the exhaust, with a titanium muffler. Now I want to do something on the front, which is an anti-gravity battery, which is not cheap. I know it's like $1,200, something like that. But I think it's a significant upgrade for a car like this, because, just getting rid of the weight, getting rid of some weight will help. And for the most part, that's pretty much it. Like, cosmetic wise, it's still great. It still looks amazing. If you look at it all over, it just looks badass. So it's just the non-glass part is kind of like, I kind of like it non-glass. And I had a F430 with a glass before. It's nice. You can see the engine. But I kind of like this, because this vent is actually super functional. When you look in here, there's nothing else. It's just the engine. It's straight up engine. So the heat directly comes out of here. I know the glass has some side vents on the side of it, but this has a bigger venting action going on. So I like this, even though you can't see the engine. Anyway, back to the topic. So future plans for this car, other than those that I mentioned. Not much. Like I said, it just works so great that I don't really know what else to do. Um, since it's a Nera edition, everything about the car is part of the Nera edition, which is like the matte wheels, the matte black, um, matte black panelings here. So it's I was thinking about changing the wheels at some point, but I mean the package that you see here kind of makes it the Nera edition. I don't want to change anything other to kind of ruin that. So it's other than the exhaust and the hidden modifications like the battery, it's kind of hard for me to modify this car any further. I don't, I just kind of want to keep it like a original Nero edition. I could adjust the suspension, I guess, to make it lower, to make it look more aggressive, but right for the most part, it's okay. I don't scrape at all with this height, and I have a very kind of a steep driveway. So I don't know what else to do, but I just kind of want to give you guys a kind of like an update because I haven't made a video about this car in quite some time. But that's because of that reason. It's been problem free. So future plans. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this car. Actually, I'm torn between keeping it and selling it because on the other hand, there's other cars I want to get in the future. But like I said, there's other cars I want to get. I'm still, hunting for the next one always. But at the same time, this car is just so good and it's treating me so well that it's kind of messed up for me to just get rid of it because I'm bored. And that's kind of like a bad attitude that I have, is that I'm not appreciating the cars that I have until it's gone. Like when I had the F430, I was like, I had it, like, oh, cool. And then I got rid of it because I don't know why, I don't even remember the reason why I got rid of it now. So I kind of miss it sometimes. So I think I should just kind of slow down. I'm talking about like I had this car for years, so it's only been 8 months. So I just get bored so quick. So I think I should. It's more of a personal issue. So anyway, 6 months in, 8 months in, it's great. I need to get an alignment, some tires, new battery. But other than that, the car has been solid, and I don't have anything else to say. Keep it under 10 minutes, but it's just a quick update for you guys. If you guys are one of those people that are looking to get a Gallardo, they're super affordable. The price range is a little bit all over the place because they start out. Sometimes you can get a '04 for around 70,000, and then you can get a later model like a 2014 all the way to 160, 170. Yeah, there's so many variants of Gallardos, special editions in between, super Legeras. So it's hard to say, which ones, So it's really what fits your budget. For me, specific 2007 it was a good price point, and it was special enough that it's not just a normal Gallardo. So for me, I like that. For the amount of money that I spent, I wouldn't even reach a super Legera price. So I don't feel bad paying what I paid for this. So I'm not sure what to do after this one. So that's why I'm kind of, 6 months from now, maybe I'll figure it out. But for right now, it's going to stay. And it's just going to, I'll be driving it. I drive it to photography events all the time, to meets and everything like that. So I do use it. It's not just parked here. And I think I put about 1,000 or 1,500 miles since I got it 8 months ago. That's pretty good. I think it's a solid 1,000 miles. I think it's solid 1,000, not 1,500. I think it's solid 1,000 miles. Because I do have other vehicles. So I know someone in the comments is going to be like, that you don't drive it much, drive it more or whatever. I do have other vehicles, other bikes to take care of. So I know, like, first world problems, but that is the nature of it. That's why I can't drive all these vehicles thousands of miles and, prove to people that I'm using them. So there's just too many vehicles to go around and to work on right now. So, if anyone's interested in Gallardos, I think it's a solid buy. For the prices everything's going for right now, I think there's so many choices you can get still for Gallardo. So I think it's worth giving it a shot. Between this and an F430, they're both 520 horsepower. If you're gonna ask me that last question there, that's tough. That's tough because if I'm looking for it, it's tough. My old F430, it has a slight edge. It has a slight edge, but not much compared to this one. So in my opinion, I would like to have both. Ideally, they're different enough to have. It's just that if you like, it's basically. I think it just boils down to if you like Ferrari or Lamborghini more. You know, one is not better than the other. There's just too many good things about each of those cars, and not enough to separate one from the other. Like I said, it's the F430s for me, slightly prettier than the Gallardo. So I would take that over this if I was to buy both again. If I was looking at both cars side by side, you know, I would buy my F430, the one I had first, before I buy this one. So that's kind of like my hierarchy of that. All right, guys, that's 12 minutes in. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys for the next video.